All right, so I wanted to give you an example of how to do the experiment slash activity today. If this bleeds in a little bit to another day, that's totally fine. We're going to be using this data though for the rest of this week. So if you can make sure that you are following the directions, that'd be awesome. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click, read this and watch this. This is not, you don't need to read all of it right now. This will probably be what you read throughout the week. But definitely you're going to want to watch this. So then you're going to click here for the required practice, and it's going to pop up into a new tab. So it says experiment. Read all directions before you get started. Directions. Roll 2 dice. Click here for virtual dice if you do not have dice, at least 20 times. So if you have dice at home that you want to use, go for it. I also put back here that if you want to maybe play a game as you're doing this, so it's a little bit more fun, maybe with your family, you're totally welcome to do that. Then you're going to tally in the table below the sum of the 2 dice for the 20 times you rolled them. So I'm going to, if I rolled 2 ones, then that'd be a 2, I'd put a tally there. Upload your data to the group Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to have to click there to do that. And then I'm going to answer the questions. So these questions are based on the data in the spreadsheet, okay? So you need to be looking at the spreadsheet when you do this, not just your table. You're going to be wanting to look at the spreadsheet. So I'm going to open that up. Here, let's pull these out so it's not as confusing because I have a lot of tabs open. This is terrible timing to do this. Let's pause. Okay, so I have my, here's my worksheet. Here's my document for the week. Here is my random dice roller, and here is my probability table. Please note that this says only edit the yellow cells that are in your column, so please don't edit any other one. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually pull this out so I can use it. If you want to edit this document, you just need to save it as your own. You need to go File, Save As, and then you're going to download your own copy, and then that way you can actually edit it. I'm not letting you edit this one because you're all going to be accessing the same one. And since, yeah, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to split this up into 2 so I can see my dice. And then I can see my thing. So first thing I rolled is a 4 and a 6. That's a 10. So I'm going to put a tally in for 10. I'm going to roll again. I got a 4. Roll again. I got a 9. Roll again. Maybe. I got a 8. Roll again. Got a 6. So I'm going to count really quick. So I have 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So I need 8 more rolls. Let's count one more time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. One more roll. And 6. Okay. So I've finished my 20 rolls, I think. We'll double check here when we get to our Excel spreadsheet. So I finished them. Upload your data to the Excel group spreadsheet. So you're going to click here and that's going to open this document. So I'm going to put my name. It says only edit the yellow cells that are in your column. So I'm going to put my name in here. And then I had 0 for 2, so I'm going to put a 0 there. 0 for 3. I had 1 for 4, 2 5s, 3 6s, 4 7s, 3 8s, 2 9s, 4 10s, 1 11, and 0 12s. I know I did all my 20 because it says 20 right here. And then down here is your total roles. We're gonna make that. Okay, so when you get down here, it says how many data points are there, how many roles are there in total. This is where you're gonna put wherever is in this space right here. Okay, so I would put 20 because there are 20 roles here. When the second person goes in, there's gonna be 40. So I should know, I should be able to look at this and see what column you did based on that. Okay, so if you have 40 here, then I'm going to assume you're doing this column. So please make sure that matches where you're at, so that I can take into account what the data looked like when you got there, because it's going to look different for all of you. So you could all have different answers, or you could have similar answers. It just kind of depends on how our data, our experiment goes. What number is rolled most? In my case, the 7 and the 10 were rolled the most, and I would explain why I think that was the truth. What numbers rolled the least? Well, 12, 2, and 3 were never rolled, so they were rolled the least, and I could explain why I thought that. And then I could say other things I noticed about the data. Yeah. I would definitely look at this number of rolls down here, and then I will actually do this. It's way too far. Why is that so far? Okay, let's look at this. So I think this is fine. There's also going to be a total down here. No one will fill that one in. If there's not enough space, please email me and I will adjust it. Please don't edit the document unless you're just putting in numbers. This will be the sum of all of these. Okay. So I would look at this to see the total numbers of, this would be the total numbers of 2s. So this would be, I'll put some here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so please don't edit these again. But if you're trying to figure out what the sum, how many 2s there were, then you would look here. So far there's 0 2s. Once someone else rolls, there might be more 2s. All right, cool. I think that's the end of the assignment. If it takes a little more time than the 30 minutes, just take a couple minutes off of another day. This is probably the heaviest loaded day, just because there's a lot to talk about. But if you want to just push finishing this to another day, that's fine too. Obviously Friday is usually a little bit of a lighter day. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope that was helpful.